What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And one of the things, if you haven't noticed, the theme or the themes that we talk about on this channel are the energy sector, the medicines, and society at large, and what's going on with people acting crazy these days, right? As well as natural disasters. And I think is important to look ahead so that you have an idea, a sense of what to expect. And one of those things is you can expect an energy crisis that's going to come to the U.S. You see it developing in Europe, right? Where Germany, they depend on Russia for their energy, for their fossil fuels that provide the energy that they use. And we've seen that their energy prices have skyrocketed. I've shown graphs of how it's gone parabolic. Now, we see that the US is basically shooting itself in the foot, cutting off the supply from, Mexico. I believe it's Mexico and Canada. They're literally, folks, the policy surrounding this is just ridiculous. And probably you won't see it much this year. You'll notice it, but you won't feel it until I believe end of next year, 2022, and heading into that winter and the ensuing winters. But you're going to see that prices of energy are just going to go skyrocket through the roof. And it's important to keep tabs on this. Okay? Keep tabs on it. Um, and let me just show, there's a tweet that was sent out by this Twitter handle saying that Germany will shut down three of its last six remaining nuclear reactors by tomorrow. And their policy has literally caused them to go into this energy crisis. And the fact that they're trying to go all on green energy, when that's not sustainable, you can't, like I said on the channel, you just can't scale fast enough in order to provide the energy that a whole country, let alone, let alone the whole world would need. And this is the kind of policy that makes you scratch your head, makes you wonder what are they thinking? Are they literally trying to send us back to the 1800s? Because that's what it looks like. Because the ideology of, oh, we gotta, this is where protecting the planet goes too far. Because now it's okay, the elite, the rich can go ahead and travel in their planes and do all they want, but no, the masses have to suffer and do all, sacrifice. But for the greater good, the elites are going to be the only ones that can travel. I mean, what sense does that make? Okay, you're only having a few people do all the traveling and emitting all these CO2 emissions. I want you to wrap your head around it and ask the questions, right? Because that's what you should do. You should ask questions. And so you're literally looking back to medieval times where you have the lords and the peasants. And that's literally where we're headed. And also, you see the prices of fertilizer going up, which means the prices of your food will go up. Here we see that Governor Jared Polis declares state of emergency amid ongoing fires near Boulder, Colorado. It says there's been ordered evacuation notices for residents of areas including Louisville and Superior. And that said at least 200 homes have been affected, while hundreds of other homes have also been affected in fires. It's an interesting, and I would have thought it's winter time, but here we got some fires going on. Unbelievable. Look at all that. And so, and I'm telling you, this is all converging at one point where you have natural disasters, failed policies, energy sector, right? The economy. People once this is here's my thing. I do believe that in 2022, and I could be wrong, but and there's no certainties, there's only probabilities, but I think there's a high probability that we see the market run up for the last time come 2022. And then, we can see interesting times, but after that, there's either going to be a melt up or just a Great Depression that comes along. And by melt up, I mean the markets crash up. So your money's not worth anything, right? Yeah, you can have $1 trillion bill, but that doesn't mean it's worth anything. It's just going to be trash. It's just going to be fiat, right? It's just a piece of paper. So I'm of the opinion that we're going to have this last hurrah, and then people are going to realize what has actually happened to the economy. And it's gonna head into serious times. But with that in mind, you got to stay prepared. Do the best that you can. Like I said, look at your geographical surroundings. Based on your finances and your geographical surroundings, you prepare as best that you can, right? If you have land, right, or you're able to purchase land, and you have a homestead, that would be ideal. A lot of people are doing that. If you don't, then you plan accordingly. Have a little bit of extra food, a little bit of extra warm clothes, little things like that. A propane gas tank, if in case you can't use your kitchen and have a grill that you can use that with. So there's little things like that you can do to stay ready, stay prepared in the event that anything does happen. So that in mind, keep your eyes open, your ears open, and be aware. Keep your head on a swivel. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.